Botswana is a country with a population of only about 2.5 million people, while Kenya has a population of well over 45 million. Now, what do the two countries have in common? I sought to find out the vision of the new High Commissioner to Botswana, Ambassador Shidiye.
Well, Alex, thank you very much for coming, and you and your team. We are so much pleased to host you here. This is Kenyan's residence in Gaborone, Botswana. I've been here for the last 3 days. I've enjoyed the weather. It's warm. It's similar to my village in northern Kenya, like Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit. The climate is the same. Our relationship with Botswana has been very warm, very cordial, very friendly. And we've done many good things together, Kenya and Botswana. Our vision is to maintain that relationship and to spur economic growth. The current diplomacy is based more on economy to exploit all the opportunities that are there between Kenya and Botswana.
We've seen the role of Kenyans back home through remittances. Is this an area that you want to focus on and ensure that there is, proper participation of Kenyans in the diaspora here back home?
As you are aware, there are many Kenyans in this country, very many professionals who are doing business, who are lawyers, some are engineers, some are doctors, and they have really immensely contributed in economic development in our country, and they have also helped this country to grow. So that, to me, is a big achievement and need to be maintained on that course. I'm aware and privy to that many Kenyans who have come here have really contributed to the development in Kenya. You see, if you look at today in Kenya, the diaspora money has overtaken, in terms of foreign exchange, it has overtaken tea, it has overtaken coffee, it has overtaken all other sectors. Meaning, human capital is a capital that we rely on, particularly the quality and educated capital. That capital can change lives back home. There are so many mothers, students in school, all relying on money from diaspora. So diaspora is a big issue for this country. You see, like the Chinese have about 60 million in the diaspora. Indians have about 40 million in the diaspora. Maybe Kenya has about 5 million. So that figure is very important for Kenya in terms of foreign exchange, in terms of sustenance of our economy and people, in terms of, exposure also. Kenyans, when they come outside, they learn many things. They get to know what's going on. They come with those skills back home. And those skills add value to the communities. They can start industries. They will see, when you come out from Kenya, you see opportunities which you will never have seen. And that's why even when foreigners come to Kenya, they see more opportunity. When you go out there, you learn many people, you have more contacts, you become a global citizen, and you will know where you can make money, where there are opportunities. So to me, that's very important and fundamental for Kenyan people. And the diaspora population has to be supported.
And we've seen what we call benchmarking, Kenyan leaders, Kenyans coming to Botswana for benchmarking in areas like mining and the beef sector. Why is this important for Kenya?
Because we are learning through the African way of doing things. We are learning how they have been successful in exploiting this resource. Sometimes you see minerals can be scarce, but if well managed, let me tell you, it can help the country, it can spark growth. Most of the infrastructure in this country is done through the mining. For the beef sector, I was told, if I'm not wrong, they borrowed a lot from KMC. But our KMC has gone down, theirs have gone up. So we need to learn more of what happened in between.
Ask ourselves what
yes,
happened.
Where did rain start beat us? So that we can pick up from, maybe we can learn from them now, and then we'll be able to do good things. So for tourism, the tourism is not a mass tourism. It's high-end tourism. High-end tourism, and they attract the best. Then in that way they can make, in tourism you can make money in two ways. If you have a cheap destination where it's mass, where you have students, you have what do you call, lowly workers who can come and in a mass way, yeah? And then the other will be to attract high-end.
And what's the place of Botswana in intra-Africa trade?
For trade between Kenya and Botswana, it's not that big. It's about $2 million in favor of Kenya. For Botswana, it's about $400,000. So that trade is still small in terms of trade. If you can look at it, we sell vaccines, we sell some flour, horticultural products, we sell some other items because so basically
tea also.
Tea, yeah, some tea. You're right, some tea and coffee.
Okay.
But the proximity towards South Africa makes it a bit different.
Kenyans have cited some challenges. For example, application for the e-passport, they say that they have to travel all the way to Kenya to have it processed. Is there a better way of doing it so that they don't have to travel?
We have already started that process. From what I've gathered is that that thing is on track, and we already have the e-passport. We already have, because the other passport is by the end of, I think by next year, you will not be allowed to use the other passport. So the e-passport is an in thing, and all the embassies are now wired to do that.
They've also cited voting. Kenyans here say they want to vote during elections, especially the general election.
By 2022, hopefully, we will have Kenyans to vote from here, just like South Africa. We will make sure that they get, because we have a quite number of Kenyans who are here and are willing to participate in the democratic process, and that is a civil right anyway. Yeah, I want to thank His Excellency the President for appointing me as ambassador to this country, to the great country of Botswana. I will make sure that I won't let him down and the country, and deliver on the mandate and fly the Kenyan flag high, and to bring more opportunities for Kenyan people and to make the country proud. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Balozi,
Asante.
for granting us this interview.
Asante.
Bye-bye.